Hey everyone, good morning to all of you, and boy did last night's majority decision absolutely delivered. That rematch was fire as far as I'm concerned. Dmitry Bivol made every change that he needed. He was actually only outstruck in 3 of the 12 rounds. His final numbers were he threw 170 total punches, 85 jabs, 85 power punches, and right now he wants a rest. And quite frankly, after 24 rounds of hard chess, hard war, I think he deserves it. Now, there was some crazy talk about another Bivol-Canelo fight. I don't want to see that. Beterbiev is obviously upset, wants his rematch. I understand where he's coming from, but I don't need to see, and I don't think anybody needs to see, a trilogy right off the bat. You know, you can have an immediate rematch, but a trilogy, normally you need some space between fights 2 and 3. There's a reason why you don't see trilogies back to back, all 3 consecutive. I think the fight that has to happen, the fight that we need to see, is Dmitry Bivol's first defense as unified champion, David Benavidez. It just has to happen. And I understand that they sparred a long time ago, but both fighters are way, way, way different fighters than they are right now. But look, I need you guys to hit that like button. I need you guys to leave a comment, ask me a question. Let me know what you guys thought about the fight. Let me know what you guys think the future should be. And most importantly, I need you guys to really, really please hit that subscribe button. We're closing in on 200 subs. I know it's not a lot, but it's been a climb for me to get to this level. And remember, at 200 subs, there's going to be a raffle. Now, can Dmitry Bivol in this fight take someone else's O? I mean, he just took Beterbiev's. Can he take David's O? David, in a lot of ways, is like Artur Beterbiev. He hits less harder, but the sheer volume that he throws equals that out. And he's a lot younger. What is he, like 27, 28? And Beterbiev is 40. That has something to do with it as well. Now, Benavidez does, like I said, have speed and power in both hands. He has a nice lead uppercut he throws. He goes upstairs really well. He stabs the body with a really nice jab. His offensive pressure is his defense. He parries punches really well, swiping that lead hand out of the way, coming over the top with a counter. And he's starting to find his sea legs at 175. But he relies way too much on his chin. I mean, eventually that chin's going to go away. So there has to be that taken into account. I hate when my neighbor washes her car right in front. You know, I'm parked here. Why not wait till I move? Anyways, with him coming into his own at 175, his hands are still too low for me because, you know, he's relying on that chin. And like I said, eventually that chin's going to get cracked now that I'm back on track, as I was distracted by my neighbor. He stands too upright. If I had to pick one thing, that would be it. He doesn't get down enough. He does have a 2.5-inch reach advantage, which I don't necessarily know if that would play into account. I mean, Beterbiev had, you know, a reach advantage, and most of Bivol's opponents have a reach advantage. Bivol can definitely outslick Benavidez, you know, especially when he's on his toes and he's throwing that jab, because that's where he uses his timing. As long as he's not flat-footed, you know, most guys need to be flat-footed to sit on their punches. Dmitry Bivol is not one of those guys. Bivol needs to be up on his toes, moving in and out, as opposed to moving side to side. He's really obviously technical, but that low output that he throws, because he's going to get a lot thrown at him. He's going to get thrown a lot more thrown at him than he did against Beterbiev, obviously. What other notes did I have? Bivol's right hand is something that can catch Benavidez, and it will test that chin that he is so reliant upon. Now, Bivol showed a solid chin, especially last night. I mean, he took some hard shots from Beterbiev, and he remained standing. I think Benavidez can pepper him, right? Although he has had issues with boxers that move really well. I mean, obviously he's undefeated, right? But the guys that do give him issues are the guys that can move the way Bivol moves. So you wonder what would happen in that case. I just don't know if Dmitry Bivol makes enough mistakes against Benavidez. Like, look, here's the deal. Against David Benavidez, you can make 4, 5, 6 mistakes in a fight, and you have a chance at a win. I don't know if he would have that many mistakes made. I just don't see it. I could see Benavidez look to tie up Bivol as he moves in and out, just to make him have to reset. That's something that Beterbiev tried a little bit, not really tying up, but putting the pressure on him. And Benavidez will come forward in this fight. Although Bivol has no problem fighting off his back foot, as we've seen over and over and over again. I have gone back and forth thinking about this in the lead up to the rematch, looking ahead. It's such a more technically sound fight than Beterbiev and Bivol. I have gone back and forth over and over and over again on this fight. I mean, the fact that Benavidez can fight on the inside and he can fight at distance, and I'm not saying Bivol can't. It's just the fact that Benavidez is so much younger than Bivol. It's almost like it's a step up in competition. And the fact that he throws so much, I think gun to my head right now, first of all, after Bivol gets his rest, I think this fight would happen end of the year-ish. October, November, December, January. Somewhere in that time frame. Probably closer to October, November, though. I could definitely see October, November for this fight to go down. Prediction. Like I said, I've gone back and forth. These are two of the most skilled fighters in all of boxing, regardless of weight class. And Bivol just proved how much of a badass he is. I have to say it. I think this fight goes to the judges. Judge 1, 114 to 114. Judge 2, 114 to 114. Judge 3, 114 to 114. It's either going to be a draw or one fighter will win by one round. I don't even see it being a 2-round separation. I think it's a draw or 1 round either way. But right now, without me doing a true deep dive, I mean, this is just me looking the two fighters overall. I think it's a draw. Which means Bivol retains unified status. Alright guys, there we go. Now, tomorrow I have a sports card opening. And then on Tuesday, I have locks for PBC Boxing's return to the Barclays Center. So do me a favor. Like I said, like the video, share it, drop a comment, drop a question. Let me know what you think about this fight. And if you want to see Bivol fight somebody else. And most importantly, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. And until the next time, the next video tomorrow, Cyclone saying, peace out, homies.